Hey, I'm Tom with the Vending Business Show, and today we're talking about the basics of vending sales presentation. So Larry Towner's here with us. So what does a basic sales presentation look like?
Well, so we wanted to just go over some of the basic things because let me tell you the genesis of the story. I was sitting in my new job, as it were, and we had a coffee man come in, and he was going to do a sales presentation to us at the shop that I work at. So I was like, okay, well, this sounds like fun. I've been selling coffee for a little while, selling vending and coffee and doing all this stuff for a little while. And so it spurred this idea to come up with how to do the basics of a sales presentation. Now, this guy had come in and he had set an appointment. He had done a cold call, and he had set an appointment to come in and talk to us at 8 o'clock in the morning. So let's talk about the first thing. Tom, when should you show up for an 8 o'clock appointment? A, 5. B, 8 o'clock. C, 8:05. D, next week.
Um, well, I would say B, but
Say that's A or B. By the time 8 o'clock rolls around, you better be there and be ready to go, is what
yeah,
I'm. And so, don't show up late. If you are going to be late, even if it's a few minutes, make sure you call and talk to the man or to woman or whomever you're talking to and who you're presenting to. In this case, we had 8 people standing there waiting for this guy, and he was late. So it started him off on the wrong foot straight away. So be on time, number one. So number two, have a plan. Understand what you're trying to do. Come up and practice this once in a while. When you go in to do a vending presentation, always ask lots of questions, right? So one of the first questions is, and stay positive, what do you like about the vending service that you have right now? And listen, right? Pay attention to what they say. Then cater your presentation to what he said right after that. So what do you like? So if there was anything, and also, again, staying positive, ask another question. If you had a choice, is there anything you would change about your vending company right now? And listen to what he says. Then you can go in and you can say, okay, with those 2 questions right there give you enough information to make a very professional sales presentation in vending. Because what you're going to do is cater your thing. If the fella says, we just don't have the products that we want, or fella or woman, I should say, because many times you'll make a call to a woman. But if the person says to you, we just don't have the products that we want here. Well, what kind of products would you like? Another question, right? But again, you want to listen. And half the time, those products are going to be on your truck anyway. So all you're really doing is finding out what you're going to need to do there. You're just asking a series of questions. And then you go, well, here's how our system works. And you have a pre-prepared statement of how your system works. Now, you're going to modify that a little bit and incorporate, of course, all the things that they said that they liked about what they have now, and you're going to fix all the problems for the things they don't like right now. So if the guy comes in and he says, well, the product, if I had to change anything, I'd make sure that the products are in date. And so when you're going down your presentation and you say that you're talking to the person, you say, well, here's how our system works. We come in every 2 weeks. Well, the first thing we do is we open the machine and we check all the dates, and we'll remove any of the product out of there that's out of date or close to date. And that's, so immediately you're doing 2 things. You're showing what you do, and you're also showing how you're gonna fix what they don't like about their situation right now. And that's the basics of a sales presentation. Ask some good qualifying questions. And the 2 questions that I just asked out there, you want to stay positive. Don't say, what do you not like about your vending company right now? You don't want to say that. You want to say, if there was anything you would change, what would you change? And he or she will come out and tell you exactly what it is that they don't like about their vending company. And conversely, what do they like about what they have? Because, of course, to be successful, you want to do what they want. We would hope anyway. Do you agree with that, Tom?
that sounds like a great plan, Larry.
It's really
What
tough.
else?
Really tough.
I'm sure it is. It's just a matter of getting some new habits going, though.
It is a question of habits, and it's a little bit of a question of being, just maintaining a positive spin on it. And you don't need to badger your competition because they've already done that. If you have the opportunity to be in there, there's something there that's not right with the customer. and the customer will eventually tell you. You just have to keep, you have to keep asking those questions. And if it gets down to it, says, because this is a question you'll get, his products are just too much money. And your only answer to that really is, well, this is driven largely, you're in business yourself. If your costs exceed your income, what's that called? It's called a loss, and we are a company. We need to run at a profit, just like your company. And unfortunately, we don't control the cost of our products, and we don't control the cost of gas and all of the expenses that go along with this business. Product is what product costs, what the product costs. And that's the only answer we have in those kinds of situations. But other than that, most of the time, if they're looking to, if you're there, there's a reason there that you're there. It's usually service related. So anyway.
Thanks so much, Larry. If you want to subscribe to get more vending business tips like this, that would be great. And we have both email and YouTube channel there. So you've been watching the Vending Business Show, a publication of A&M Equipment Sales.